So guys, why is Odysseus the perfect Christopher Nolan character?
It sounds like the Odyssey. A little bit.
Why is he the perfect character?
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a man that's on a journey, question mark?
Mm-hmm. No, because he's already confused. Time's all over the place and everyone's speaking in riddles.
I feel like it's a badoom.
Yeah.
Like Memento.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Why did he take 10 years to get home?
Because homeboy was like upset about a lot of things.
And Charlize Theron had him on that island for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Eating lotus pods.
Eating lotus flowers, yeah.
Eating the lettuce.
everything.
Or apparently every side quest in ancient Greece was mandatory.
5,000 points. 5,000 aura points.
That's
Maximum Riz. Those are my Gen Z words.
You can tell none of us are Gen Z just by that.
You can't say.
I'm technically a Zillennial. I'm 96.
What is? Oh,
I'm
oh,
a
you're on the
cusp
line.
child. Fight
Right.
me.
Well, it's like I'm the same, but on the other side, like the borderline for the millennial and the what do they call that?
Gen X.
But they have a name for the like on the because you're in the middle.
Ex-lennial.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah. I don't know. I just am what I am.
Same.
One of a kind.
There's no.
You're one of a kind.
You can't put me in a generational box.
Wait,
No,
you're a
none of
cusper
us.
Pisces. I'm a cusper Pisces as well. Are you a cusper or you're firmly millennial?
I think I'm like right in the middle because I'm 87.
Oh, yeah, you're a millennial.
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle. Yeah.
Well, sorry, you can't sit with us cuspers.
Nope. Not that cool.
Just cusping over here.
Cusp.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time. We are discussing today the Odyssey and finally finishing our journey to the Odyssey. We've gotten there. We've arrived.
You arrived. Cece hasn't been with us since the beginning of the journey.
I low-key did pop in, and now I'm popped in to the end.
That's right.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so that means I'm Odysseus. I started the journey, now I'm ending it.
There you go.
I said it wasn't
Sure,
gonna be
we'll go with
loud.
that. We'll go with that.
Here it comes.
Yeah. So you have wise eyes, Jared.
That's it. Thanks. That was nice. I don't remember that.
He
in
kept
the-
saying it.
You said it, yeah.
He's like, you have wise eyes, Athena's eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Guess I didn't pay
He said it
attention
like 3 or
enough.
He
4
said it like
times.
5 times. I was like, all
Yes.
right, Tom Holland.
Yes.
I was like, calm down.
Every person. You have wise eyes.
Athena's eyes.
Okay, see, I was thinking of it more from Odysseus' point of view, but Telemachus, okay.
That's
right.
his name?
That is
okay.
Telemachus.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all have the names.
Well, I
Yes.
don't,
Glad
but
you do, because I don't.
I
It's just
don't-
going to be Tom Holland, John Leguizamo, and whoever.
we can just say the actors'
Matt
names
Damon.
because I struggle with names. Josh really struggles with
Yeah, I always
names. So, like,
Sure, with names.
We
Who are
can-
you?
Who am I? Wait, why did I have to think about it? I was like, wait, who am I?
it's going to get very existential really quick. Who am I?
Anyway,
I'm Odysseus.
to not confuse the listeners,
Yeah.
my name is
Who are
Josh.
you? There you go.
Here's my co-host Jared.
Don't look for gods in men. You'll just be disappointed.
Always. And then we have our guest, Cece.
Sierra.
Or
Or
Sierra.
Cece.
Whatever. What do you?
It's 9 o'clock. I'm
Yeah.
Cece.
What do you want to go by?
Sierra, Cece, Odysseus.
I have no quote today except for I am the quote.
All right.
I am what I am.
What I am.
All right. So as usual, we will do a little overview of the movie stats or details, and then overall thoughts. No spoilers. Then we'll get into the discussion and spoilers. Talk some cinematography. Talk about the music and score. Some trivia. Then final thoughts with themes and messages.
Did you actually find some trivia? Like, is there some
there's
yet?
stuff, yeah.
Awesome.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, there's a good
Cool.
bit. It's mostly like things about the production
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah. All right,
Cool.
so we've got this movie came out last week, 2 weeks ago, and then by the time you hear this, maybe it's
Right.
rated R and 2 hours and 52 minutes, and for like, I guess historical accuracy, 2026.
Yes.
Came out 2026. After the Trojan War. Sorry. After the Trojan War,
We're all still waking
Odysseus
up. That's
faces
sorry.
a
That's why
dangerous voyage back to Ithaca, meeting creatures like the Cyclops, Polyphemus, Sirens, and Calypso during along the way.
Say it 5 times fast.
Yeah. All these names. All right, so this is directed by Christopher Nolan, written by Christopher Nolan, cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema.
Hoyte? Van Hoytema.
Hoyte?
Yep.
I always miss the Hoyte. Ludwig is our composer.
Yes, Goranson.
Gorson. Goranson.
Josh, wake up.
I know.
This is I know. I
rough.
need to, but this is my favorite part of every podcast is Josh reading off the cast.
He's like, look, he just looks at his phone and giggles before he says
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Just like the
seeing if he-
names. The names. I don't
Yeah.
know why do we not have you read these? Because you're way better with names.
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
Google
Pronunciation.
Translate.
Yeah. Pronouncing the names.
I think at this point, you know, it'd be great if a viewer could do the supercut of Josh just butchering
Names.
a supercut of Josh
Yes.
butchering
I love that.
cast names. Yeah.
All right. So production costs.
Ooh,
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna let our guest go first.
No, you go first because I don't want to play it off yours.
Oh, come on.
Price is Right rules, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the one. This probably has to be his most expensive film, if I had to guess. So I'm gonna go a little over 200 million because I believe that's the highest so far. So I'm gonna say 225.
Okay.
500 million. 500 million.
Really?
500 million.
It's just inflation. You got to make up
I
for
mean,
it.
I know. It's a struggle in 2026.
And he had all those actors in it.
Yes.
He had a bunch of A-listers, so 500 million. 500 million.
Okay.
So 250.
250.
I
Oh,
was going to say 250,
was close.
but maybe I should have gone. Yeah, okay.
500 is a
250.
lot.
Yeah, 500 is a
was
lot,
gonna
but
say,
I'm
that's-
like, it's a
that's
period
like-
piece.
That's like both Avengers movies, like filmed back to back, like the
Really?
I think right.
Yeah, when they did
Infinity War and Endgame.
yeah,
It was
I
like
think it
half a bill. Yeah,
all right.
crazy.
Yikes.
Academy Awards, we don't
Weird.
know.
Yeah,
We don't
TBD.
know.
TBD.
TBD.
I'm sure it'll do well.
I'm sure it'll.
I'm
yeah.
sure. Never mind. I'll say my opinion for later.
All right, so our cast here. So we got Travis Scott, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson.
Travis Scott, the rapper.
Well, so this is great because I heard people. I know I wanted to hear CC's reaction, but this is so funny because he's first listed in the cast, but he's the first one that appears in the credits, and I heard people in the theater like Travis Scott, and he's the first person we see in the film.
Travis Scott was the black dude that was.
He's banging.
That was Travis
Yes.
Scott?
Yes,
That was
Which is why he's listed first.
that's why he's listed first by appearance. Yeah.
sicko mode Travis Scott.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I still
All right, so-
man,
Travis Scott.
Robert.
I love that
Pattinson.
song. It's been a minute since I've heard
Robert
Sicko Mode.
Pattinson, Tom Holland, Elliot Page, Shiloh Fernandez, Rafi. Rafi.
It's gonna take a second
Gavron,
for CC to
Anne Hathaway,
reboot from
Mia
that.
Goth, Charlize Theron, Zendaya, and John Bernthal.
Burnt off. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I
Travis
mean,
Scott's in it, by the way.
There's a bunch of other random.
there is a bunch,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, I was not going to list every single
Sure.
person.
He actually did really good. Wow.
You did.
I didn't know it was Travis Scott.
I wonder if he's been in anything else. I mean, not that I know of, like in a film.
Travis Scott was in. I am actually boggled.
I know. It's wild.
Travis.
It's also interesting, like, how do you end up casting him there? Like, unless he's done a bunch of other stuff, then you're like, okay. But like, if he hasn't, how do you know? Like, there's got to be a connection, a relationship, or something.
I do know.
Oh, he knows.
Well, I know something about in Tenet, because I mentioned it when we did that pod. He does the kind of main theme song was by Travis Scott for Tenet.
Was he rapping?
So he worked with
Yeah.
So he was with Ludwig.
He was singing and
Worked
rapping
with Ludwig.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess from that relationship, then he wanted to actually cast him in this movie.
Well, maybe they just
Go for
wanted.
it.
They did.
Go for it.
They
I'm believing
needed
it.
that because it is a little bit of like there's some rhythm to what he's saying and delivery.
True. That's
So
a good
maybe
point.
they wanted someone that kind of, and they were just like, you probably fit well for this.
Yeah.
And
He
we-
did
and then
great.
you already had a
He did good.
I
relationship.
would have
yeah.
never thought it was Travis Scott.
Right.
I thought it was the other black guy. That was
The other black
I am black, by the way, so just in case.
true audio.
If you're an
people-
audio
See
listener,
the difference.
Yeah, watch
my
the,
bad.
watch
my
the YouTube
bad
video.
to my people.
Okay, so what are our overall thoughts on this movie?
Jared goes first.
No. You're going first. But I just wanted to say my other quote because there's actually a lot of great
Oh yeah,
lines
I
in
had
this.
another one.
Did you have
I
another
like
one?
to use that one because I thought it was funny. The kind of
What's
the
your
wise
other one?
eyes. A face, a fleet, a war, a man, a thought, a trick to
Yes.
break the walls of Troy and burn it screaming to the ground.
And that's Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the whole thing he says in the beginning, right?
Whoa, you kind of rapped that though. You kind of
We
did
got
that.
to deliver it.
You
Yeah,
kind of
deliver it
did
like
that, Josh. Like, hold up, let me find out you were a rapper, Josh. Let me find out.
Oh yeah, my secret rap.
Your rap name would be J Money Swizzles.
J Money.
Swizzles.
That reminds me, true story. When I was on tour, people would call me. I think someone did call me J Money at one point,
Oh.
but J Baby was the one, and then
Nice.
people would say that should be your rapper name is J Baby.
J Baby.
Yeah,
All right.
We're gonna circle back. And
J
follow
Money
up on
and
that.
J Baby.
there you go. We could do
Yes.
collab. Yeah,
Good.
And I could just pop out like, I'm Sierra.
there you go. Yeah, my other quote is the power of the sacrifice is in the cost of the person making it.
Oh yeah, that was a good line. That was a
Yes.
bar. It was a bar.
My absolute favorite, though, I'll mention later when we get to a very specific section.
Holding out on us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long one. That's why I didn't want to. But
All right,
Cece, yeah, what'd you
think of this film?
I'm okay. I'm processing it because I think this is a 2-timer watch.
absolutely.
I want to go see it in IMAX. I saw it in Dolby regular. I did not have any preconceived notions coming into the film. When I did see the trailer, when I saw Obsession, which was amazing, when I saw the trailer, I was like, this is going to be real stupid. Like, I was both impressed, but also like, this might be a little stupid.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why later. But overall, it really grew on me. But there's a couple things I had to do in order for me to love it. I love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple things I had to do to love it. And that's what I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Okay.
Are you going to expand on that later?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be lots of expansion
All right.
and lots of talking.
Cool. Josh?
I like this film. I mean, I don't disagree to really have a full processed opinion. You need to see it more than once, and I have only
sure.
seen it once. Of course, we've also only experienced it 2/3 of the film because we didn't see it in IMAX.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it cropped. No, I'm just joking. You don't really. I mean, they obviously don't. It doesn't affect it that
No.
much.
But we do
the
need to see
experience
it
of the
in IMAX.
largeness of that is. But it does. You do get top and bottoms cropped off.
Right.
But
We need to
yeah, we need to do that.
we need
yeah.
to try to get
Yeah.
all of us go
Yeah, I
find
think
an
there's. I
IMAX.
think the closest one I was looking up. There's one in Chantilly, Virginia.
I'm ready.
Chantilly.
I'm ready.
How far is that from us? Like an hour?
Oh, honey,
Yeah.
that's going to be like an hour and a half.
It depends.
really?
With traffic.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's.
I'm down for the cause.
Yeah,
I'm
down
ready.
too.
yeah. We'll figure out a time and go see it.
Cool.
in IMAX. But yeah, I think it was good. I wouldn't say. How to say? I think the one thing in this Oppenheimer kind of lacks this as well is I think the main. What was I mean? one of the reasons I love Christopher Nolan's films is where you really, when he plays with your expectations of like the order of things happening and stuff, right? And that's kind of, I mean, Memento is why he became popular, and then Prestige, and then you have like Interstellar and Inception, and you have
Dunkirk really plays with that.
I forgot.
Tenet,
Dunkirk.
like all these, like him playing with the flow of things and stuff. And then the last two films, this one and Oppenheimer, like, I mean, yes, you have a couple storylines happening at the same time that you're kind of telling that are at different time points, right? But that's pretty traditional. Like lots of films do that. And so I think it's the one thing that kind of I've been missing. And of course, it's with one film, Oppenheimer, it's like, it's like, oh, okay, you do something a little different. But now we got two that are kind of that way, where it's a little bit more straightforward. And so I think that's the one thing that's disappointing. It was like I was kind of hoping for.
Oh, you felt like this was straightforward?
Yeah. Like straightforward from a storytelling standpoint.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not trying to, so anyway, but I liked it. But I think that's what would keep it out of being probably in my top 5 of Nolan films. Though,
right.
It doesn't have that.
Yeah, I really don't know. I would have to see it at least one more time to really feel like where I even rank it in his films right now. Cause I don't know over just watching it once, but
Yeah.
I would say first off, it truly does feel epic though, which is like amazing. He accomplished that, which obviously he's done that before, you need it to feel that way for this story for sure. So he nailed that, but I really enjoy this movie. It was, especially specific scenes and moments. Like there's one in particular, especially like I've never seen anything like this in any film that we can talk about when we get to it. But yeah, I loved it. And honestly, the only thing negative I thought about was we kind of jump pretty quick from each kind of stop they make. And I wish we could stay a little longer with like certain things like the giants, the sirens, the witch, like a lot of these things, I feel like we don't stay with it that long and then we have to go. But I understand because he probably didn't want this movie to be 5 hours long.
Right.
So I get it, but I would just I'd like to stay with certain. It just felt a little quick and rushed at times in those moments. So that's honestly the only thing that I felt was just like kind of a bummer, but it still wasn't great. He's so consistent as a director. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So I think like basically, and I don't disagree with you. Like there's so much that could have been there. All these like the side quests, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I think though to take it there, you just have to make two-parter.
Right.
Do like the Lord of the Rings thing and make it like a larger epic and multiple.
Which would have been cool if he did that, but he probably didn't want to do that.
I think it would have been good if he did.
Really?
I don't think it would have been good if he did because I don't think he's a good mythology director. I don't think he is. I think
Why not?
I just feel as though his style doesn't lend to it. I feel like it was just enough. And I feel like this is why I feel like I have to see the movie twice because the expectation was mythology initially. You don't get that from this. And I'm glad he didn't. I don't know. His style isn't fanciful. He doesn't have a fanciful style. To me, that would lend to, I think, the creativity that I would want to see in a mythological film. And I'm okay with that. I honestly kind of forgot it was a Greek epic.
Right.
I honestly did. And I'm actually okay with that.
Right.
I think I liked it.
Like if you changed all the names to not be these.
So it feels more like modern to you?
Because it's a modern movie. Mm-hmm. It's not. I think the reason the crap that I've seen on social media that people have given it, where people walking into the movie expecting it to be like Lord of the Rings or Gladiator, it is not Gladiator.
No.
It is not Game of Thrones. Take it completely out of your head. It is kind of a modernized take on the Odyssey that just so happens to be set in ancient Greece.
Yes.
But I kind of forget we're in ancient Greece. And it's not bad. You just have to give it a chance.
I agree.
Hence why I said you need to see it twice. Mm-hmm. First with your expectations, the second without your expectations.
It's also just, I mean, what this is based on is basically every type of story in any film is based on
The hero's journey.
Yeah, this whole thing, like, kind of invented that. So pretty much everything, every movie you see, doesn't matter which genre, has something of this original story in it, in its DNA. Yeah.
It's true. All right, well, let's get into spoilers and start talking about.
Yep.
Oh, wait, was that a spoiler?
What? No,
What I said? Okay.
No.
I'm still waking up, y'all.
Me too.
And get into specifics. So what, you got some, where do you want to start off? You got some.
Well, I just wanted to point out that it's kind of amazing, just like Oppenheimer too. I mentioned in that as well, like just the amount of actors that he got to be in this is pretty incredible. I mean, at this point, I imagine it's not that hard. Every actor wants to work for him in some capacity, I imagine, but it's just really cool to get this big of an ensemble.
Do you think that helped the film or did it hurt the film? Given the acting performances.
Well, I would say,
It's a good
I
question.
wouldn't say it's necessarily the performances as much as sometimes too many recognizable people can hurt the film.
Do you think it hurt the film?
Does it take you out of it ever?
I think sometimes.
Did it
Okay.
take you out this time, J Money?
In some of the ways, yes. I would. Okay.
Spit
Really?
ill
Okay.
verse for us.
I feel like Tom Holland definitely takes me out of it. He does not. He doesn't.
No, little baby Tom Holland.
Yeah. I think him. Even John Bernthal a little
Really?
bit. Yeah.
Because he was just John Bernthal. Okay,
Yeah. It feels
here we
like
go.
yeah.
He's always just John
Well,
Bernthal.
that's the problem in something like this, and I think those two the most. Honestly, think Matt Damon did a pretty good job, especially being the lead. I think his performance was
He's great.
one of the better ones of his I've seen in a long time. Because a lot of times he is just Matt Damon in a role.
Yeah.
And I feel like he didn't do that here. Yeah, I think Anne Hathaway did good.
She was great.
Yeah, she was great. Okay. I have some hot takes.
Okay.
All right. I forget because I didn't actually put their names in because they're so little. But the John Bernthal's wife and
Ellen Troy,
yeah,
Lupita
yeah,
Nyong'o. Yeah.
yeah, I think she did great.
Yes.
Robert Pattinson.
My husband, don't say anything about him.
I thought he crushed it.
That's
Yeah.
my man. Don't say nothing about my man.
Yeah. Okay. I would say, he did good. I feel like he felt different than, like he felt like the character, not like he was Batman or something else.
Yeah. Incredible year for him as well.
It has
Yeah.
been a great
Like,
year for
We're in
Robert.
the drama, yeah, different.
But he's in like 5 things, just like we were talking about. Anne Hathaway's in like 5 movies this year as well.
Yeah. I don't, is he in 5 things? Well, you mean 5, like there's a
5
show.
different films.
Really? He's got in 5 films this year too?
Pattinson?
Yeah.
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 The drama, this, Dune Part 3.
Oh, he's in Dune? Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. You got it.
So 5's a lot.
Movie number 4. Movie number 5.
I'm blanking. There's definitely at least one more.
Okay.
Maybe 2 though.
We don't know.
All right. Well, he did good.
Yes.
Yeah. Charlize Theron. I mean,
He was just Charlie's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get into my hot takes? Because I have
Go ahead.
several. This is what I didn't like about the movie. Everything else I loved.
Okay.
What took me out of the film was the performances. First and foremost, what actually absolutely pissed me off was John Leguizamo. He was just,
Really?
he had a New York accent in a Greek film. What will take you out of the movie, and these are more so not even spoilers, they're just preconceived warnings, are the accents. I don't believe, I'm kind of sick and tired of doing a period piece and everything is British when it's not supposed to be British. So I'm tired of being in Rome and everybody's English. I don't like that because I think it's 2026. I think we can be more accurate. That being said, if I wasn't expecting Nolan to have everybody be British, thank God. But if everybody's going to be American, you cannot have I feel like having regional American dialects is going to really take us out.
Mm-hmm.
And John Leguizamo being New York was like, bro, you didn't even try. His performance as the blind man wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. But I was like, he's a New Yorker in ancient Greece in a modern telling of the Odyssey. And that took me out. It made me really mad. Second, I didn't like Anne Hathaway's performance. She wasn't bad. It was an acting performance, but I kind of feel like, I think this is kind of a gripe I have with her. And I loved her since like The Princess Diaries and like Ella Enchanted. I followed her career. She has gotten to the point every movie I have seen her in, even in Batman, because at first I was like, I don't know about her as Catwoman, but even in Batman, she just acts. She's one of those people that I feel like she is actively putting on a great performance without actually giving me one. Like, I feel like she's thinking that I am giving a great performance. And I know this is correct because I talked to my brother about this and I was like, I feel like she was just acting. And he was like, yeah, I kind of felt that too. And I was like, and I was rooting for her because she was, when I saw the trailer, she was the person where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like her in this movie. And I just didn't like her in the movie. I just was like, okay, Anne, like, all right, you got it. Charlize Theron was Charlize Theron. She was Aeon Flux. Sorry. As Calypso, she was Aeon Flux to me.
That's a pull right there.
That's
Aeon
a pull.
Flux,
that's actually
man.
my favorite movie of hers. I think she looks really hot in that movie. But I think the detriment to the film was him having so many A-listers. That just, Robert Pattinson has the ability to change himself.
Yes.
His performances vary. Him in the drama is not him in this movie. Him as Edward Cullen is not him in, was it Mickey 52 or whatever that recent movie was?
Mickey 17.
Yeah, he differentiates himself. Tom Holland does not differentiate himself. He, to me, was just Spider-Man, and it wasn't bad.
It's Peter Parker.
He's Peter, whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever he is, he's just him. John Bernthal was just John Bernthal. So if you like that, you're going to like the movie. If you're expecting, well, except for Matt Damon. Matt Damon, I've never cared about him before. I care about him now because I think he did great. The soldiers I have more connection to.
Okay. Did that take you out of Oppenheimer then with this, like that many actors as well?
I didn't see Oppen Pooper. That's
What
we call
about
it in
you,
my
Josh?
house.
I mean, I don't think you mentioned on the pod, but
I
did it
didn't see
take
it.
you out of that at all? Because it didn't for me, and it didn't take
No,
me out of it for this one.
Not as much there. I don't think it
Okay.
that it did here. But I think there wasn't as many front and center that were like that. Because like I mean, I don't agree about Anne Hathaway's performance,
Really?
but
Yeah, I
like
don't
it didn't but I mean it, like Tom Holland, like I had already said it, like it felt like you were just watching Peter Parker
Parker.
with like a dressed up for Halloween. But and I like Tom Holland, but
Oh, yeah.
I like Anne Hathaway too. I just was like, I think I wanted to see somebody else. I think I'm kind of to the point where I don't like A-list ensemble films because I feel like I like giving other people a chance.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the same people. It's like when people started complaining that Pedro Pascal was in everything. I feel like I'm starting to see the same people in films like Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Yes.
And Rob Pattinson are in Dune 3. Like, then they're into the Spider-Man movie this year. So I'm like, I kind of want to see. And Zendaya didn't do bad at all.
Right.
She wasn't in the movie enough for me to really even process her being there.
yeah.
But
She just stood there.
She just kind of stood there like,
most of the time.
like, and I'm just like, okay, which is, I'm not complaining about it. But I just want to see some differentiation. I think I'm just exhausted.
I feel you. And I definitely felt, especially with Pedro Pascal, like I've definitely mentioned that, where I'm like, I don't need to see him
I'm over
as many
him.
things.
Actually, lies. I'm not over him. I'm not over
Really?
Pedro.
Okay.
Well,
I think he's cute.
it's been a little more chill this year, and
It has.
Like
Because of
it
his
was last year he was like overexposed, and then or over whatever.
I think it's the Fantastic Four did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Oh,
Four
yeah.
did it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we'll see him in Doomsday. So
Yes.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
all right.
What was I going to say? Oh, it was interesting. The beginning. I believe it said in a time of apparent magic. Is it interesting to have that be on the I think the very beginning before we get the first scene, but
Text on the screen.
yeah, but that helped with
I have a
like
problem. I feel like it's like oh I need to put some text. He's been doing that too often lately. Dunkirk, and then Oppenheimer, and then now this. Putting text in the beginning is like kind of like, oh,
did he do that both of those?
yep. And I kind of clocked it and just
Not clocked it.
Well,
like
it.
I was like, I'm going into and I was like, I should say something. Should I say something? And then now the third time I was like, yes.
Did you
Well-
not like that take?
It's more of like, I feel like it's almost, hey, I don't think this film's clear enough. I need to put some text in the front of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like, but
Like,
it's
it's like
exposition. That's not exposition, is it?
I mean, kind of, but it's like in that case, it's like, oh, I don't know that you're going to get the subtle context of like, hey, it's like, I need to spell it out in the beginning, and I don't know if it's his decision or if it's like producers that are like, hey, test screenings, people were confused. We need to put those words in the front.
I think it just helps with certain scenes that follows in this film that just help you understand it more for people that have no idea of the story of the Odyssey in general. I think it helps in that way. Because
I wasn't familiar. I mean, I've never read the book. And
me
never
neither.
read the book.
That's why
familiar.
I only knew very little
but
things
I
that
don't-
happened.
didn't
So
need the
I
text.
just feel like you don't need it for this movie. Because I feel like it's just kind of like what you said, it's the hero's journey.
yeah.
And it's not mythological enough for me to recognize that it's the Odyssey.
No, because we're
You
not
know,
seeing actual like Zeus coming down. Like
Yeah.
all the gods are mentioned, or a lot, not all of them, but a lot of them are, but we're not seeing them in I guess in physical form in this, which is also I think a good choice because obviously you want it to be more grounded in some way, or really more about the characters, which makes sense.
Right. So, other than like the opening scene with Travis Scott,
Travis is in it.
Yeah.
briefly, then we jump to like basically the horse on the beach
Yes.
and it getting picked up. So, what do you think of the Trojan horse?
What did we
I
think
thought it
of
was great.
Loved it. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
And I like seeing it later from their point of view inside.
Because I think it's symbolic.
Well, I think I mean, I feel like, the
Josh is
giant
still not
rabbit.
awake.
I'm fighting for my life over here.
No, I was
Fighting for
like,
my
how am I
life.
gonna say it? I was trying to be funny.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
No,
I think
be
the
funny. I want to
gi-
hear the joke. I'm going to laugh.
I was just
Say it. I'm
I
laughing.
was gonna say the giant rabbit and Mighty Python and the Holy Grail
Oh, yeah.
represented this much better.
That was your pity laugh. 5
No,
points.
it's just like one of those things. Like I have a hard time like not thinking of that.
Yeah,
Anytime
yeah.
there's like the Trojan horse situation,
It's actually
No, I
kind of
understand.
because
funny,
I've
but,
seen that film so many times.
Yes.
It kind of gives that.
Because it's the best. I mean, I love it. Not just that it's a rabbit, but that they get it, they take it in, and then he's like, "So what's the plan?" And he's like,
Yep.
"We all jump out." And then he's like, "Oh wait, we forgot to get inside," because they don't get inside.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
So anyway, I think, but on this one, yes, I like how it's still big, but like not so big and not so in like when we saw their perspective,
Yeah.
and how they're like, showing like we basically had to sit in each other's poop and feces, like,
And they were drowning.
and drowning, like
Yeah.
a couple people because of the way. I mean, yes, they would all crammed in there.
Yep.
Thought it was really a much more realistic of way that would have been.
Oh,
if
yeah.
that, you know.
I liked it better than the depiction that I was given when I was a kid, which was a horse on wheels.
Yes.
But
that
I was
would have
like,
been, that would have looked silly.
you know,
if they
that would
did
have
it.
looked so dumb. But I
Yeah.
kind of liked. I love the design of the horse. I've been into horses recently. I love horses
You a
now.
horse girl now?
I am. I have a story for you after this.
Okay.
So I just think it was really beautiful. And I think it's symbolic because it was a motif throughout the film. And
Well-
an ending on that as well.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, it's the term Trojan horse is
It's
used
a
all the
computer
time now.
virus. It's
It was just used in Severance with our boy on this book back here.
It's also a computer virus in case you didn't know at home.
Sure.
Make sure you use your Bitdefender and your Norton. I'm tired.
Me too.
We digress.
So the after you get the horse, then there's the victory, right? So then he starts on his journey. Why did he decide to take the longer route? It's almost like, let's take the scenic route home. We've been
I don't
stuck
know.
on this beach for 10 years. Let's take the scenic route home.
I don't know.
And that's the thing. It's this movie is not meant to be literal. Don't come into it literal. I think it is meant to be existential. It is about Odysseus's guilt and his spiritual battle ultimately with the things that he's done and him coming to terms with the crap he's committed. So one thing I'm going to say is about the violence. I'm glad that it was not gory.
Yeah.
I'm very glad. It would have taken me it was not needed. And I like that Nolan's movies, I don't think any of them that I've seen are gory, which
No.
they're
He
very,
keeps it pretty classy.
he keeps
as far
it,
as
he
that.
keeps it pinky up.
He's a British man.
He's a
Yeah,
British
very-
man.
Yeah.
Is that we don't do blood? So I like that because it would have taken me out. And I'm also, but he was pretty in your face with the subject matter in terms of what the people did. And it didn't circle back and follow up with me until the scene with Cersei when she turned the men into the pigs. And I was like, well, why is she doing that? I kind of have an idea as a woman. But then she was like, well, when Odysseus was trying to save him, because that was a theme, like, why is Odysseus trying to save his men? Well, he's trying to cover for them because it's like I kind of liken it to Passover. Like the people that if you know you're really trying to be on the right path, you put the blood on your door and then the Spirit of God is going to pass over versus everybody else kind of perishes as a result. And I think that was kind of a similar theme here because Odysseus at the ending scene where you kind of see everything loop back stopped and thought about what he did. You desecrated a temple in the name of Athena.
Yes.
And you like literally raped, killed, pillaged, and burned this place down. You stopped and thought about it, but your soldiers continued to do the raping, the killing, and the pillaging. I'm happy that he didn't show any of that because I don't like sexual assault in film.
Yeah, we didn't need it.
We did not need it, thank goodness. But we did. It was in the audio and in the mention. So Cersei turning her men into pigs. It's like, and for me, I connected most deeply with the soldiers and their journey because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going through peril. But then the gods are kind of like, no, they committed atrocity. They need to go through this punishment. Like they need to go. But Odysseus can be spared because he actually was trying to uphold a level of goodness. And that's actually what I took from the film. It actually almost made me cry. And I wasn't expecting that. Because I was like, it really is. And especially in, here we go, full circle, in life. I think it's like if you try to do the right thing and if you're not fully right, like I think like there's a level of like mercy that life gives to you, kind of. He got
Grace.
what he wanted, like grace, you know, and I think that that's really beautiful. So don't come into it thinking about it like the Odyssey.
Okay.
It's existential. End scene.
Okay.
J Money, J Baby, what you got for us?
I don't know. You kind of just laid it all out there. I mean, I understand where you're coming from for sure. With that scene, Cersei, that was the scene that was the way they showed it on screen. I've never seen anything like it, and I thought it was incredible. The way because it was very obscured at times with the camera, but like the way she was doing it too, it was like she was like molding
weird.
them. It was like I don't know. It was just like
Yeah.
that scene blew me away. It was crazy, and I understand, and I thought it was great the way she described him as. She's like, no, they were already pigs. To your point about like what they did.
Yeah, I just turned them into what they already were.
Yeah,
They
she said.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that was amazing. That was one of the scenes that actually like kind of blew my mind the most, from just the way it was shown was so unique. I don't know. It was just
It was.
it was crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of jumped up to that, but like this, so the first thing he encounters, well, just kind of like the Cyclops.
Yes,
Oh,
that was the first one.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cyclops looks like me when I'm looking for cake at night. I'm kind of hungry, y'all. I need to eat something.
The Cyclops was, I think it was also like kind of impressive, though. Like,
Oh yeah.
the way that was made, and the way it looked, and then even just as a performance, like it definitely was scary, but also you sympathize or empathize, whatever, with him some, because it's like he's just living his life with his herd. And,
He's just a guy with his herd with one eye.
Yeah.
And
just like,
That's
I mean,
me.
the comment, about like, do you talk to ants? Like it was like,
Oh yeah.
like a good, like kind of like putting things in perspective. Like they were just there.
he was just there, but also like he's just a Cyclops in the cave, and they hurt his feelings when they hurt his eye.
Mm-hmm.
They hurt his feelings.
I gotta say, when they do stab him, the way he cried out was like
He's a person.
it like like you really felt it. It was like a very unique, visceral, like sound. The way he was, I was like, man.
But I think it was also trying to prove the point that the pig thing,
What do you mean?
like with Cersei saying like y'all are just kind of running around the world being wrong.
Okay.
Like that there was definitely like the judgment day, right or wrong, was a massive thing in this movie. And so like him, because they kind of attacked an innocent Cyclops. Like the Cyclops didn't really do anything to them. Yes, he ate 2 people, but like it wasn't really adversarial. Like like Smog in Lord of the Rings movies. Like he really wasn't bothering nobody.
Yeah.
Like y'all just hopped up into his domain. Like he's just being a Cyclops. And so I kind of feel like the ending, because then everything kind of gets worse. It's kind of like that theme of like you're kind of attacking, you're invading something innocent and you're attacking it. And so the punishment for Odysseus was the journey, but like, where's the thought? Like, are y'all really thinking about what you're doing? Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a big aspect in all these different stops that they make along the way. Yeah. The Giants also was just just like a crazy moment. I don't know. We can talk about all of these individually, but we don't have to like mention them in full, but that was one of the ones that felt very short though. It was a great scene, but it's like they pull up on this island and they see this kid that's like the size of them, and then just starts screaming. And then the giant, he's like, "Oh, what does an adult look like then?" And anyway, the scene was great, but it's just like it was very quick, and then they just run away.
I think
Which-
it's slightly absurd and kind of funny because I laughed.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of laughed.
Yeah. And also it was like the trees kind of were moving and trapping him in.
oh that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't
it did
realize that at
happen.
first. Yeah,
I mean, was
Yeah.
that?
so it's a little more of the mysticism thing that we.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like that movie's kind of missing it. It's like I think we could have done without it.
Really?
They didn't add anything. You kind of already had the Cyclops scene. Like, what is it? It didn't add.
I don't know. I liked all
to
the.
it, you know.
That's what I mean. Like I would have liked to stay with all these a little bit more to have it make more sense. But I liked all the stops that they make. I thought they all. I mean, it's obviously a very important part of this story as a whole. So I know, like, you have to show all these encounters. Yeah.
Well, he slowly loses people. I guess you kind of need
Oh, true.
You need enough of them to make it sense that he's like
Yes.
slowly losing his men.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you're right. This one did lack the most substance. Like the
I need to see this movie again. I'm not going to hold you. I feel like I can't even really have an opinion.
Well,
until
that's why,
I see it
like,
second time.
I wrote down just quick bullet points, everything I remembered, like all the stops and everything, because I was like, I know I'm gonna miss something in this because I definitely need to see it again. We already talked about Cersei,
yeah,
the
Cersei.
witch. Again, yeah, I don't know. That was the scene that kind of I thought was the most unique,
I think
just the way it's visualized.
all these. I mean, since we're talking about them, kind of in general, like they did a great job of definitely leaning into the horror and myths of it. Like, like this one, they're first walking up and you see these different like animals, lions, tigers, and you're like, there's just the creepiness, weirdness about that in general. You're like, why are they just there? And they're just like hanging out. And then, you kind of get up there and then, you know something's going to happen. You know, like you just can tell. She's like, "Oh, leave your
things outside."
outside." And you're like, "Yeah, that's never a good idea."
There's also progressively how, well, because Odysseus, he's not with him at first. He's hunting, and then
because he's like, "Is this a mutiny?" And
yeah,
he's like, "Well, it's up to you."
It's up to you. Yeah, but I love how she's feeding them, and it just progressively gets like more
nasty,
gross and like more gross, and then the transformation, all that happening, but the way the camera obscures it at times while it's doing it. Anyway, that was just really cool.
It's my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, it's
That is my
definitely
favorite
one of the highlights for sure. It's definitely up there for me. Yeah.
I think then we have we're the realm of the dead.
Yes, that's right outdoors.
That's my favorite
This
movie.
is-
Hades and the underworld. Yep.
That's my favorite
This
scene
part
too.
was wild. Like
Oh yeah.
It was amazing.
the
It
way
was
just
amazing.
coming out of the dirt and like just
Also, just a great way to depict it, because you were thinking like, oh, Hades, and then like what you picture in your head, it's like that would make it look too fantastical or not grounded if they made it look like the way you would probably typically picture it. But it's just great to just like, it's just like this vast, just kind of like dark,
Volcanic.
yeah, really great
It was
look to
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the scene I really want to see in IMAX. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see the full gamut, because that scene was kind of haunting for me.
it for sure.
It was
It is.
that was literally the best.
Yeah.
That and the Cersei scene
Mhm.
and the end shot for me.
then we have the sirens.
Yeah, this is my other favorite, even though this is the one that was the shortest, which really bummed me out because this was so profound what was said here. But
was
is this
wild.
next, or was it the sea monster?
What was the sea monster?
The sea monster was, or is that right after? I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
wrote them
right
down.
after, I think.
They're right together. Yeah, because
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's either that or they go the sea monster's right after. I don't know. Anyway, but because the sea monster was very short too, and wasn't really visualized that much. But the sirens thing was like,
what I liked was like his right before it. They have the whirlpool or whatever it was, and he was like, "Oh, we need to head through it," and he knew that they would go the other way. And then that's when the sea monster grabs a couple guys. And they lose a couple guys, and then they can tell he knew, and he's like, "You knew."
well,
Well, it's like, but like he knew that was the way to save most of them, versus the other way everyone would perish, and so. But he knew he also had to. At that point, they weren't trusting him anymore, so he had to, basically reverse psychology them.
And it worked. Boom.
I also like Odysseus, when they're coming up on the sirens, you see his hubris in that moment too, because he's like, I'm not going to use the wax in my ears. He's like, tie me to it. He's like, I can do this. He's like, and I want to hear the siren song. And then, I don't know, this scene, like, I wrote it down because it was just incredible the way he described what he heard. Was, I think, one of the best monologues of the movie. Because it's like, really, how do you describe it? It's just, so you said, what did you hear? All the things you wanted to be, and then all the things you wished you never wished for. It was a delicious itch you want to scratch, but you find it under the skin and can't reach it. So the delicious itch becomes unbearable. It told you what you most want is what you most can't have, and that the most you can't have is what you already had and lost.
Dang.
It was a song of all the promises I failed to keep. Crazy.
That was honestly, I'm not gonna
amazing.
lie. I was reclining, but I sat up and then I reclined again, and
Right.
my mind was like totally blown.
Yes.
Because I have never heard because at first I thought they were gonna sing like in Harry Potter,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of glad they didn't sing.
You
Because
just see his reaction.
You just see his reaction, and I'm like, that actually is kind of sad. Like, that is so bittersweet. And then you see the guy jump off and he swims to his death, but it's just like, that's so I feel like I gotta process it.
Yeah. I would have liked to at least see, I mean, well, also because you barely even see what they look like. You get like a very split second of them very far away even. So yeah, I would have liked to see it visualized a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't even have to be much, but just like that was another moment that just felt way too quick, even though it has the incredible monologue. But just that moment in general, I feel like we just kind of rushed past it pretty quick.
But I think so. If it was any longer, we would have lost the depth of that monologue.
Sure.
Because I feel like
That's possible.
after that whole scene happened, I was like, it put I guess that's by the time the third act of the movie is popping in, it put that whole third act into perspective.
Yeah.
I was like, oh snap. That's actually when I stopped expecting any more mythology. I was like, it doesn't even matter at that point, because that was a bar.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get they eventually land at the island of Helios, and the cattle there, and he's like, don't eat any of it.
Oh yeah.
And then because they're there for however long, many days, and then eventually they're like trying to, they dug a pit and trying
Trying to like hide
it
I
from
had
him.
beef. I had beef.
Yep.
So, and this is basically when he loses the rest of them, right? Like
Yep.
and then kind of leads to a narrative point. Like that's when he ends up with a Calypso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is
Well, we keep cutting
jumping
back and
yes.
forth to from,
Yes.
but yeah.
tempted by a lotus flower. And then, yeah, she mentions that he was there for 7 years, which is insane.
But he didn't want to go back. There's a choice
Yeah.
there. He didn't
Yeah.
want to go back.
But
Because
then
he couldn't
also
deal with
because
it.
he kept eating the lotus flower, then he was like, do I have a family? I mean, we get the scene of that even where he's like, I mean, he's forgetting it all. And then he's like, do I have a family? So like, if you forget all of that, it's like, you have no reason to even go home. Or if you're like, do I have a home? You know?
Yeah.
I do also like just seeing, which you guys kind of already mentioned it, but also throughout the film in different locations, just Athena, which is Zendaya, just kind of guiding Odysseus through visions, because she's never there physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just him. Yeah.
Just what he sees, because yeah, they would always show like then like a little bit wider shot or something, and everyone else, and
Right.
she's like not there.
Yeah. All that was great, especially the context for that which we'll get into when he goes back in his kind of final talk with Penelope before she knows it's him is another incredible moment. But yeah, I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, really, that's the last part before he gets washed up back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he passes out and shows up, wakes back up, and he's on the beaches near his.
But can we talk about that scene though? It reminded me of like Life of Pi.
Which scene?
When he's on the raft and he kind of surrenders.
Oh yeah.
And there was a scene in Life of Pi where he essentially does the same thing with Richard Parker. And he just gives up. But he stops fighting against like what is and what's to come. And he surrenders and he gets everything that he wants. Because essentially like his whole journey was him struggling against. Everybody was like, yo, your dudes are going to die, bro. Like, you just need to chill out. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And so he goes through the journey and it's more painful as a result.
It's
and
been
he gives up and surrenders.
It's been a minute since I've seen that movie. I
What,
honestly
Life of
don't.
Pi?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I dropped some more. Watch Life of Pi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, that metaphor of just letting go is when you can finally move forward, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of he's holding on to the war and all that's happened there, and like you say, he's trying to almost like morally save his men, even though they kind of did some atrocities in the name of war, right? And and which is common, right? And then and so it's it's a good moment to see when he just kind of finally lets go, and it's kind of lets him come home.
Yep.
Yep. So then, kind of, I know we kind of, because you get a little bit, and it kind of flashback this a lot, but I feel like it's, so back at Ithaca and all the suitors that are waiting around. And so like, so technically he was gone for 17 years. Is that right?
17.
I don't know the full count.
Because they were on the beach for 10 years.
He was on the beach for 10 years.
They make that comment about being on the beach for 10 years before they destroy Troy.
I guess it.
And then he was with,
Was it really 17 years?
Calypso for 7 years, right?
Yeah.
So then it's 17 years that he was gone. And which is why, like, this, I guess the son doesn't really know him.
Yep.
Oh, actually, that puts it all into context. Because, like, well, because he was an 8-year-old, it looked like. And if he was gone for 7-8 years, he would be 16. But I think Tom Holland was older, right?
Would have had to been, but I don't know if we get his actual age at that point. Yeah.
So it's a long time. I will say, the simplicity of it, works for the indoor scenes. But like, I feel like for what, I guess, and maybe I don't know enough about, but the way they set him up in Ithaca and all this stuff, it's supposed to be this like grand thing, but then like really the hall or castle, whatever you want to call it, is not really that impressive from like a general standpoint. And so I feel like that was one of those things I was like, they talk about saving Ithaca and doing all those things and the grandness of it, and then just doesn't seem that grand.
It's like this is you.
This is it.
This is what you're pulling up to, homie.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's because of that, because it's been pillaged.
Well, I mean, I feel like
Before?
even when it was shown at any point, like it didn't seem like it was, but anyway, but like maybe there's something there that I don't get because I didn't, don't know the.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I agree.
I don't know how it's supposed to look.
I don't know how it's supposed to. That's what I was confused about.
Yeah.
Because it kind of just seemed like they picked the ruins in ancient Greece, and I'm looking at the modern day ruins of ancient Greece.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said, in order to enjoy the movie, you have to suspend a lot of disbelief. You have to really just kind of take it out.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look. It reminded me of Dune.
Remind you of what?
Dune. A lot of this movie, for some reason, reminded me of Dune. Just Dune in ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Just the sleekness of it all. That's why I said I think that's what's tripping people up about it.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
I gotta see it again.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got those vibes.
No, I
personally.
didn't. I don't think I really got that feel for it, but there was just stuff. I mean, yeah, that is the kind of main takeaway of this whole podcast is that like this is just initial reactions to watching it once. We definitely
We need to see
to
this
fully
bad boy
grasp
again.
it. You have to see it. Probably even more than twice, but
I think about solid 3 times.
yeah,
I'm here for 3.
yeah.
Mhm.
I wanted to point out real quick, just because I just love this moment when he gets back, and his Odysseus's dog Argus, when he finally sees him again. I mean, he's basically dead anyway, but you see his little tail wag one last time and then dies. Like that moment kind of killed me.
Yeah, I was actually upset when they put the dog on the poop pile.
Oh yeah, it was
I
messed
was
up.
like, I think I actually started crying. I was like, don't put
Yeah.
the like, please don't
Yeah.
put the dog. Like, he didn't do anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he was. I think that's everything.
I think it was
I have
smart.
now.
So I think it was smart, for him and just approach disguised, right? But I guess because he basically was going off of what happened to the other guy
Yeah.
when he came back, and then he gets killed by his wife or whatever.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And so he like sneaking in under disguise, allowed him to kind of assess where things were. But then I think you alluded to a little bit earlier, but yeah, his conversation with Penelope and
Oh yeah.
that is great in their moments there. And I mean, a lot of it is built up to that, right? Like it's because all this stuff around, she's holding out for him because they have this like true, love or whatever you want to call it, that she's waiting for him to come back. She's like, I know he'll be back. So it's like one of those things where I think it works well in the film, but it's one of those things that you're building up a lot to that interaction, and then
Yes.
I think they deliver in the performance. And
But we also, in that moment, get the full context for the flashback, because then that's when you see Athena there, finally, and we don't actually get to see it, but I guess it's implied that then they cut off her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. They cut off
Twice?
the statue. Yeah. Because
Oh,
Zendaya, I think so. There was an illusion throughout the movie that gods appear in person.
Right.
So
And Zeus's law.
in
They
Zeus's
kept mentioning
law,
that too.
but so I think there was an implication that Zendaya, outside of being Athena throughout the film, was Athena in the temple where they invaded Troy,
Right.
and they killed her, and they also cut off the statue's head.
Right.
So it's like a 2-time desecration.
Okay.
And that's what makes it worse, if you will.
For sure.
wait, you said you had a quote from their interaction you wanted to read.
No. The quote was from the Sirens thing. That was the main thing.
Okay. So
No,
thought
but
you-
I think the whole thing when he's talking with Penelope, when she doesn't know it's him, that's kind of where he fully lays out everything of how he feels about what he did. Cece's point about that's when he fully kind of like confesses his guilt and his I don't know, for really the whole Troy thing. I mean, everything that he's done in the past, he kind of just like confesses there in that moment. And that's another one of the best scenes, I think.
Because you see when Lupita comes up and you see Helen of Troy, she has like a scar on her face. And it's funny, I never thought like the consequences of how Helen would feel, because it's always like, well, the war was Troy was fought for Helen of
Right.
Troy, but no one ever thinks about the woman. And so she has this she's this beautiful woman, but she has this massive ugly scar on her face, and she's unhappy. And it's like, so you did all this for what? Like, that's what I thought. I was like, so you did all this for what? Like, you don't kind of see the lead up point to the Battle of Troy. And so it's all this massive moot point. Like, you didn't even like what you did. So, which I think is very interesting.
It is.
It kind of seemed anti-war.
She's the one that like kills the guy, right? Like
Her sister Clytemnestra, I think.
kills Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
That name is so hard to say. He's the one that has the sickest armor.
Yeah, his armor was honestly pretty wicked.
Yeah.
the whole. So then we get the metaphor with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
That like we keep, there's the sound that it creates too. That's kind of weaved throughout the film. And of course, it comes to the climax here where Penelope says, "Hey, anybody that can string the bow and shoot the arrow through
all these axes,
yeah, like that I guess he used to do."
I think it's funny that I'm blanking on his name now, but Robert Pattinson, he's even just like, because he was like, he's so cocky for the whole thing, and then that moment he's like, he doesn't even try. He's like, I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
I'm just like, ew. I said, Robert, that wasn't sexy.
Right. Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Yeah.
Don't be like that, Robert.
Yeah. He makes excuses to like basically be like not even try it.
He's not even trying.
Yeah.
I like how this, he sets up where he doesn't want the son to actually kill anybody. He's like, I have to do it. You can't, because then it'll cause problems. And it's a fun little action scene where he fights all the suitors and slowly, that slowly takes them out and stuff is fun.
And everybody bows and they're like, yeah, Odysseus is that dude.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he is that dude.
He is.
And then they leave the kingdom to Tom Holland. To Peter Parker.
It's it's interesting.
I literally kind of thought that. I was like, Peter Parker's just king now.
Yeah.
Took me out of it.
I like their reasoning, like Penelope and Odysseus, though, like going east, so they say,
West,
basically west to honor the men,
which is kind of like Lord of the Rings.
A little bit, yeah. But I like that. I like that kind of final moment there with them leaving, and but also the way Telemachus looks, Tom Holland, he didn't seem too happy about
so
it.
goofy, bro.
He didn't seem too happy about being.
He
just was kind of like.
He's been like almost like waiting to meet his father for
his whole life.
for like 17, 20 years, whatever. And then he's there, and then he's like, well, I'm going to take your mom and we're going to leave again.
We're just going to go, bro. I'm just going to go get milk and everything.
Leave you this this kingdom that looks like
crap. And honestly, like that was probably the most hollow moment, because I was like, okay, so like what is he inheriting and how did he deserve this?
Yeah.
I got to see this movie a second time, because I'm just like, it's a brilliant film.
It is, yeah.
It is a beautiful film. It is technically incredible, but it's stupid stuff that makes it an 8 for me. But I'm just like, did y'all think about this? Because this don't look right to me.
I mean, that's one of the biggest, which I guess, I don't know, this could segue into cinematography, but that is why the main reason why this film looks so good is because it is all real. I mean, they filmed it all over the world. That's obviously a big point that Nolan wanted to do. And I mean, you even hear all the actors say like how tough of a shoot it was, how long it was, because it's just like they're trekking everywhere. Nolan doesn't want. I mean, it really shows. It's great. Like you don't see. Nothing takes you out visually as far as the locations and
Yeah, I think most of the time it's a strength, but I think in this particular case, because I think they were using a real ruin or some kind that they basically fixed up a little bit. Yeah, it made it just not seem as grandiose that you would, like the way, like you want to see something that looks like,
ancient Greece.
Yeah, well, yeah, just has some. I was trying to think of something to use an example in another film that kind of feels like, almost like in the Rings of Power, and you see the one city town that's on the water. That's like the island off of it. Anyway, the way that like
I know you're talking about.
But maybe
like,
it's supposed to be like that. Like maybe it's supposed to be like a world torn asunder. If that's the
Maybe.
word. I don't know. It's 9:00.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not
like
anymore.
this,
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
yeah.
I'm awake now.
I mean, that's a good point. I don't know what the state of this whole world is in that moment. Yeah, so could be.
Suspend your disbelief to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, let's get into cinematography. And is there any things that stood out that we haven't discussed?
The whole movie's great.
Yeah.
Visually.
It really is, yeah.
spectacular. Can't wait to see it in IMAX.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, like we talked about the Trojan horse, the claustrophobicness of those close-ups did really well. We didn't really talk about it, but the destruction of Troy visually, like
Was
that
spectacular.
was and like you said, like really feeling the weight of it, but yet not showing any gore, heavy gore, or any of the kind of implied other things that normally happens in war, especially back then, and or in that kind of time period. But it visually was the tension of them sneaking out and taking things over from inside and letting the army in was really well done.
I mean, honestly, it really is a brilliant strategy. What all they do
It was
to
brilliant.
get, yeah,
But they all died in the end,
Well,
except for Odysseus.
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. And it really kind of amounted to nothing. Like, you're kind of seeing the aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what was implied. I don't know what happens in the Odyssey.
we only get a glimpse of the aftermath.
like
We
the-
don't know everything that happens after that. Yeah,
All the ocean stuff all looked fantastic and
Oh, yeah.
real.
Spectacular.
I mean, yeah.
I was
we always talk
scared.
about it's so hard to film while you're on water. I mean, like just the
Yeah.
logistics of like being on water and filming versus on land.
especially
Well, I wonder how they did the shipwreck scene in the end.
right.
That one was kind of scary.
Yeah, and I mean, especially the massive IMAX cameras that they have to use. Just as that's another crazy complication to have to deal with all these scenes.
Yep. We talked about the realm of the dead,
Mm-hmm.
Hades, just visually looking so different and nice. Of course, then Circe's Island also felt more like a tropical island,
Yep.
like sanctuary of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say like some of the other islands that looked repetitive, like the stops, like where the Cyclops was versus where the large giants, and then the witch, and like they kind of all looked
Yes.
very
They look
similar.
the same, yeah. Can we talk about the design of the sea monster?
Sure. You don't really get to see it.
It kind of looked like a
That
vacuum
much.
cleaner.
Well, it was kind of almost like just like it was like more in the cliffs, and it just was like reaching out.
Yeah, it was just the
Just some
tentacles,
tentacles reaching out from the hiding place. In the
Yeah.
cliffs.
Fingers, little gray fingers.
Yeah.
It was giving phalanges hardcore.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like you said, visually, it's pretty beautiful, and would like to see it in IMAX just to see
Yes.
the extra footage and / just the scale of things that seeing it at that size and scale, because like you said it, but it's with those big cameras and they're designed to make everything big. Then the intimate moments, like the claustrophobicness in the horse, or when him and Penelope are kind of having their like moment before he leaves, and like all those things then are harder to pull off, but I think they do a a great job of doing that and making it, you feel those, even though you're shooting with this like giant format. And
Yes.
so I know, I mean, it's in trivia, but like, I think it's been going around, but like they finally developed this thing with the mirror system and everything. So they can even shoot close up with,
Well, and the enclosed.
yeah, they got it so that it doesn't
Make it
block
quieter.
the sound. So it's quieter so they can
Yeah.
shoot closer. And then,
Yeah.
but then even like using a mirror so that the actors can see each other because the camera's so big, it
Yes.
blocks their view of each other.
Yeah.
But all those things, you know, just to make this work is impressive.
For sure.
Or anything else about cinematography?
Nope, it's great.
It's great.
Positively fantastic.
5 stars.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the music, the score.
Good.
Tell us, Jared.
Drop some knowledge here.
No,
Drops an ill verse.
you guys go.
I mean, I
Spectacular.
thought it was great.
You go.
Spectacular. You go.
I like the use, and I could hear the use of period accurate instruments. He always has great music. There's nothing to add. It's just great music. Set the tone. It's a Nolan film. It's great.
Yeah, I think that was. I wasn't thinking period accurate, but that's probably right. But I thought it was more unique instruments and things, and not.
No, it definitely is because I saw behind the scenes. He definitely used all.
Okay, well,
very
again, like I
specific
don't.
instruments,
That
yeah.
wasn't the way I was thinking about it until you said it. But
Yeah.
I was thinking more of just like it was very unique, and not your traditional like orchestra type
Yeah.
sound. But I think that was a good choice to kind of make it feel different, and you know, again, it's mythological. You know, it's not 100% what we would. So it helps you feel that as well. But yeah, you know, getting into the nitty gritty is not my area of expertise. So
I mean, there's not really much else to get into. I mean, I love the score. I knew I would. Ludwig's one of the best, up there with Hans, of like modern composers, because like technically John Williams, he's in his 90s and he's still writing music, which is insane. But Hans Zimmer and Ludwig Göransson are the two probably biggest, more modern composers. And yeah, it is all like accurate. A lot of it though is there's not really anything traditional orchestral really at all in it, which is really cool. And even though obviously I love this kind of scores as well, but it works perfectly for this film. And just an insane amount of drums, especially in the climax of the film, which was awesome to hear. He does a lot. He did this in Oppenheimer too. He does a lot of tempo changes, very untraditional tempo changes that could sound jarring in the moment, but he makes it work so incredibly well. He did that a lot in the Oppenheimer score, and he did that with the score in this as well. And it was great. Not as it was way more subtle most of the time though than I actually was expecting, which was interesting.
But when
Yeah.
it was there, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes,
Absolutely.
compared to
When it was
most
there, it was
Nolan
just
films,
positively
it was more subtle than it normally is.
Yeah.
You're right.
It wasn't as loud as like Batman, the Batman series, because I felt like the music is great in that Batman. But it was. I'm gonna listen to the score. I think I'm gonna process this movie this week.
Yeah. Same.
I think it's.
Cool.
Would we call it a masterpiece?
I don't know. I'd have to see it more.
Okay.
Too soon to decide.
It is too soon. Yeah.
All right, just a little bit of trivia from IMDb. The underworld sequence were filmed in Iceland in June during the eerie all-day light of the midnight sun in desolate terrain under windy and rainy conditions. Nolan specifically chose Iceland to represent Hades because its cold, remote landscape felt as far away as possible from Odysseus' Mediterranean home.
Okay.
Odysseus. The light to light the massive Troy night sequence authentically without using actual fire. Hoyte's team invented devices they called the pyrothedions. I don't know. It's a triangular shaped circuit board studded with hexagon shaped arrangements of LEDs that emitted light, mimicking the color and movement of fire. Thousands of these were manufactured and shipped to the set.
That's awesome.
The Cyclops was depicted by means of a 6 by 6 meter tall anthropomorphic animatronic puppet.
Okay.
So it was a 6 by 6 meter, which is like
Still was a
like a meter is about 3. So then you 3, so it's like 18 by 18 foot. Yeah, something like that.
yeah,
That's pretty.
but it's still. I know Bill Irwin
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have
was
that
still
in here.
involved, right? With
Yes.
the.
So
Did he
they-
still have to do like some kind of mocap or just the voice?
I don't know.
Or
There's
what?
something in here about it.
Okay.
I'll get to it. The encounter with the Cyclops was filmed inside a real cave steeped in Greek mythology. Nestor's Cave in the Peloponnese region of Greece, a space measuring 65 feet by 52 feet with a vaulted ceiling of 95 feet high. And that was used by humans since the Neolithic period. So it was a real cave they filmed in. Nolan wanted a distinct musical score for the film that had no orchestra, so composer Ludwig developed the soundtrack around Greek instruments, bronze gongs, the lyre, and the Olis flute.
The lyre is like number one instrument for that time, especially.
The cast playing the crew were required to learn real rowing and real sailing, not movie versions of these skills. They discovered that moving a ship on the open ocean by sheer muscle power is genuinely grueling, and the production dramatized in the film the real danger that dropping a large oar in the water at a speed can break ribs or catapult a rower overboard,
Oof.
which we did see happen.
Oh yeah.
For the maritime sequences, the production used the largest modern Viking longship, the Draken Harald Harvugen. It was built to ancient specifications and from period appropriate materials. In Norway, the ship had previously crossed the Atlantic Ocean twice and came with a sailing crew who became part of the movie.
Wow.
So that was a real ship.
Real ships.
A real Viking ship.
Yeah. That's sick.
Matt Damon grew a real beard for playing
Sorry. What's that trivia?
by request of Nolan,
Sorry.
who wanted facial hair on Damon's face that could withstand wind and water. Damon claimed it was a slight challenge since he had never grown out a full beard before. Yeah, at that length. Yeah,
That was not the biggest challenge for him. He had to get shredded for this. That was the biggest challenge for him. All
His
he's doing
body
is
was
growing a
impeccable.
beard. Like that's
Evidently
not the hard
maybe
part.
he's done the shredded thing and was like, "Oh, I've done
Not
that."
to this level. There's no way. Like
His body
yeah.
was on point. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Costume designer Ellen
degenerous. Sorry.
Degenerous.
made a a deliberate decision to avoid gleaming golden look typically given to bronze in movies. Instead, every piece of armor was aged by hand using chemical patinas, real aberration, and real impact to achieve the look. To solve the eyeline problem created by the large, boxy IMAX cameras, the filmmaking team engineered a system of mirrors that allowed actors to see each other while
amazing.
performing scenes together. The Cyclops was brought to life using Bill Irwin, the Tony-winning actor and clown who previously worked with Nolan in the similar physical performance capacity on Interstellar, where
Tars,
he
yeah.
helped create the modular robots Tars and Case. David
So cool.
Keeley, in his role as chief quality officer at IMAX, personally supervised the processing and printing of daily footage from the Odyssey and completed his work on the film just 3 weeks before his death
Oh,
on August 28th, 2025 at the age of 77.
man.
And then this is funny to me, but no IMAX cameras were harmed during the making of this film, says Nolan. I did not destroy an IMAX camera on this film. I've destroyed them several in my time, but these ones survived the Odyssey. Each IMAX camera costs approximately about $500,000, and at least 3 have been destroyed on Nolan's films.
Yes,
think that's
we
funny.
have talked about him. Yeah.
Each one survived the Odyssey. These cameras are like, oh my God, thank God.
And then the shades rising out of the sand in Hades were done practically. Stuntmen were buried with snorkels out of frame, each assigned a safety person with strict timers started right with when each person was covered up. So they knew how long they were down there.
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
See, and we need more practical effects in movies and more dummies.
Yep.
We need more dummies to be thrown in movies.
Yep.
All right. So final thoughts and about the themes of this film. What do you think Nolan's trying to say with this film?
Jericho. What do you think?
You already kind of touched on all this, like at the beginning of this podcast, CC. You're kind of saying like what it was, the theme of it, kind of what it's about, but
it's less of a mythical battle, more of like a spiritual.
Yeah.
It's more of a spiritual film than I think a mythical one.
Yeah.
I know you got to see it twice. Minimum.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree.
See it 10 times. Then I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
I think one of the big points of this is like war changes you, and then can you go home after that, and can you and I think it's saying no, right? Like the one guy gets killed and then our main guy, he kind of goes back, but he leaves. He doesn't stay because it's like he's too much of a different person now, and I think he just has to leave and leave it to the next generation.
Yep.
I think we saw that even in Oppenheimer, the kind of the same type of
very
thoughts.
Similar.
Like it's like how now he wasn't in the war, but he helped create this like thing that was, and he just
in the war,
and then that changed him, and then the struggle he dealt with that because he did stay there, right?
Yes.
Whereas like in this case, I mean, this is not a real story versus real life story, but he decided, hey, I'm just going to leave and leave this all behind because I can't go back and do this. It's just a Nolan thing that clearly he loves, is that because almost every movie he's done is about some sort of quote unquote great man on a journey to accomplish something. Like it's just almost every movie he's done is that. So obviously that's something is really important. His wife didn't die in this. No,
his wife didn't die.
Yeah, no dead wife.
No dead wife.
Yeah.
Well, Oppenheimer, his wife didn't die, but his girlfriend did.
His girlfriend did. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, yeah, she did. I didn't see Oppenheimer.
But that's the thing we always thought. Yeah, Nolan loves to throw a dead wife in his films.
Was it Woman in the Fridge? Does he Woman in the Fridge a lot?
No, it's not. It's not fridging. It's more just. It's always a part of the story in everything. In almost every movie, there's either a wife that's already dead to our main character, or the wife dies in some way, whether by suicide or something else.
That's a yikes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad Nolan's turning over a new leaf, question mark.
Yeah. He's still growing, I guess.
He's still growing.
Yeah. As we all are.
That's right.
All right. Well, hope you enjoyed our discussion about the Odyssey. I think we all agree it's fresh. We need to watch it more.
Yes.
And to need more time to process things, as any good film should be.
Yeah.
And, but if you have any thoughts or opinions you'd like to share and we can discuss on the next week's podcast, please, leave a comment or DM us, or you can email us at feedback@screentimepod.com. I want to thank Cece for being on the podcast again.
Yeah.
And always welcome back. And thank you for watching or listening. And if you don't already, please like and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And for the next few weeks, because this ends our coverage of Nolan.
Yep.
And the next few weeks, we're going to do a few one-offs before in October, we're going to start our journey to Dune Part 3.
That's
and
right.
Covering Denis Villeneuve. But in the meantime, between then and now, we're going to cover a bunch of one-offs. And so, yeah, so we'll.
We're not starting until October. Is it that far away? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Are you covering Obsession in one of your one-offs?
We are.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
like to be there for that and have
All
a lot
right.
to say.
You'll
Well, we have-
see again on that. then.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out the date we're going to do
My
that. But
favorite
yeah.
movie.
But yeah, all right. And so until next time, thanks for watching.